Hello, we've just got the visor to do. So the visor is a set design. The visor does not change in the area that it is over the face. The visor is like a heat map over the eyes, and the heat is not warmth, hot, but it has a heating pain. So there's not a feeling of receiving warmth. There's this artwork here, and this indicates the visor area. So as you can see, it's actually a sort of growth of its own, which has these areas which sort of pull into the eye area. This is embedded into the face area, internally into the face to the brain. Here is it's got a numbness or total loss of sensation in nerves within a face layer of the brain. It's the face nerves to bone, face bone to face skin. So this is indicating that this process of this growth into the face tissue, skin and nerves has actually created some type of total eradication of sensations between, the self. I don't know if that really indicates it that well. Sorry, it's that this growth. I'll put it in the red. This growth is on the outside here, and it's being programmed. And then the connective area, the face nerves to the bone, it feels like it's been disconnected. And it's also with the face bone back to the face skin as well, is that the receiving between the two has been in some way damaged in the process of setting up this area here. So it's a numbness, or it's actually a total loss of sensation to this face layer. But there's just patches of sensation that are experienced depending on what the person thinks about, or which part of the technology is activated into the nerves to create what response. So the visor design is imprinted into the face, and then it creates sensations or instructs movement by it creates sensation. So it's got a forward facing with the visor when walking. So when a person's walking, the visor is activated, which is here, and the as indicated by the arrow, it's coming down over the head and it's forward facing. It's the same with the when on the mobile phone, the area of the visor is directly connected to the phone, and so the phone is being received into the visor. It's also the same with the laptop. It's the head down, and then the visor connecting to the screen edges of the laptop. And so the visor is visually locked into the image of the laptop that's being received into the eyes. Another aspect is that when the visor's on, there is somehow some type of damage to the rest of the body receiving signals to the brain. It's like they designed they've designed a virtual reality, but it's like it's just in real life at all times while walking around. But what has happened is that there is in the design there's an anchor point, and the anchor point is here, And then another thing is that a couple of people have reported that when we're women, that we have a very small lump in the corner of the breast here that's associated with this technology. So it's in this area here. And so to describe that as an anchor point in the body, so while the theory is that while the visor is on with the images and the human brain is focusing all on the images, that then a way to anchor the body in reality is by indicating sensation in those areas. Another thing is that the face mask is like a T design. So the physical design pattern, as well as the flow of the energy, is in that shape, with the energy flowing down over the face. So just to draw it in here, is that it's like this. The T with the energy flowing down, and this energy is coming from the back of the body, which is coming from this area here, flowing up the back of the body and then over the top of the head and then down into the T. The visor design, the use of this design over the face sculpted into sensory memory during mask wearing. So what this is saying is that over a period of time, the design produces sensations associated with the knowing that the mask is there. It's got the sculpted eyes, which is a change in appearance to the eye area in this area here. One way to describe the sculptured eyes is to say that the face appears more youthful. It's a noticeable line changes to women's eyes, like an eye mask. So the eye mask is those sleeping patches that people either wear on the planes or they buy like this. And so it's to see that this is being designed with nanotechnology into the eye area. Opening up of the eyes to look more youthful with an increase in smile lines around the eyes due to the stretching of the skin. So to say that in the time that this eye visor has occurred, which is, COVID period, 6 years or something, that people have appeared more youthful. And then the last part is that the visor is actually an illusion. So that because it's been done to the person, it's both there but it isn't. So just attempt to create this understanding that it's like it's like the experience of wearing a virtual reality headset. So it's the illusion of designed into the skin, nerves, eyes to have the experience of virtual reality. So because of the visor, there's a loss of sensation in the eye area here to feeling eyelashes. There's also a loss of sensation to feeling eyebrows. So it's to say that the eyebrows cannot be felt, or eyelashes. You can touch your eyelashes and then sensory signals are sent to the lashes to the brain. But if you stop touching your eyelashes cannot be felt, nor can the this area of tissue. It's got nerve sensory changes to the brow furrow, which is this area here, to say that here it's the inability to do facial expressions, as well as that there's sensation loss in the facial area, So sensation loss is referring to a total inability to feel one's own being of face, as if all of the nerve signals in the face have been blocked from signalling to the brain. So another way to describe this is transparency. So it's to say that this once was the head, but now because of the technology, it's entirely transparent because it's wiped out all of the nerve signals, only to periodically feel a few here or there. The next part is that it's a loss of the hairline. So it's absolutely no ability to feel the hairline, nor any ability to feel the back of the head, nor any ability to feel the entire feeling of hair on the head. The next thing is that the visor area is where another person, the visor area and the eyes make contact with the visor area, but not directly eye to eye. I've discussed before that the technology that's programming the eyeball to look is not totally capable of looking into another person's eyes. The reason is because it's programming to see eye or eyeball, whereas as human beings we used to look from self to the other self. So we were never necessarily looking, we were never looking at eyeball to eyeball. We were seeing another person. But now the technology is in the eyes. The sight is being coded, so therefore the eyes are making contact with the other person's eye visor area and then entering to the eyeballs, often only one eyeball at a time. The visor has created a loss of peripheral vision. It's like having horse blinkers on, the same as the horses that walk. So it's like having a block here. This is an exaggeration because I'll just say how big it actually is. So it's about this. And so it's blocked all of this visual information. It's also the black mirror spots, which are in the eyes. We've already discussed this. Impacting. And then the nerves altered in cheeks or upper cheeks to shape around the visor. It's sort of like a scaffolding of technology in cheeks altered to accommodate the eye visor. So it's that the design is to reinforce the focus on the eyes to be in this visor place. Sensation and restricted peripheral access to the sensations of nerve, cheeks, face to ears. So it's to say that the sensory experiences of all of these other parts of the body have been changed, altered, restricted, or cut off, or blocked. The other one is to say that this has impacted the engagement with the body. So here is the visor and the body. When the visor is on, there's a loss of body. So this is from the forward facing to have the visor on. This is supposed to be the front face, so I'm referring to this area here. that when this is on, something is occurring with the technology where it's done something to this area as well as possibly this area, but that it's damaged the signaling being received from these whole limb. At times it can feel like a patch or something, but it's the signaling from the whole arm, the whole body. I've already referred to this as being, which is to say that, the nerves aren't signaling to the brain. The nerves are at all times engaged with brain to receive a whole part of a limb. So it's that when the visor is on, let's say that this person here is looking at their mobile phone, the technology in this area of the body has entirely wiped out sensation experience. So the person's brain is totally consumed into the mobile phone device, as is this nervous signaling completely cut off. Yep, that's the visor. Yep, thank you very much.